My kids, what paint do you have? Like timber paint. So I was like, I can go over it like 1,000 times to make it look good, or I can just leave it like that. So,
Yep. Got me though.
and the straps are crazy.
Got any options?
Well, it's left and right hand options. I can show you my favorite. There's a million ways to do it, none of them are wrong. My favorite is left
I went a little too soon on that
so
one.
I can have it like this. And then you can do it like that. You can even
The pressure.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right.
this thing.
Yep.
That's up to you. But I had to make it left-handed, right-handed.
Yeah.
And the only flaw is I didn't leave room for much room for a forearm and a glove.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to be tight, so you have control.
Yeah, it definitely interferes with my.
It does. And so the solution would be easy, a buckle. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, having that
Also,
stuff-
it's nice and easy to slide on it, so assuming you don't have.
It is, and once it's in, it feels like relatively controllable.
Yeah, even right here, you
Yeah.
know, I don't have to, it's right here on the arm.
Yep.
I don't have to like really grip much with.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, good.
Probably favor.
Go up through the middle.
Yeah.
I didn't perfect that one. What we probably need is a strap from here to here.
Yes.
Like another band going from here to here. I think that would be cool. That yeah, the punch.
Kind of a punch shield at that point.
And heater shields are really good. I mean, you just almost don't have to worry about that side of your body at all.
And that's why we don't fight much with shield. We have some tar shields and round shields to use, but.
Yeah.
But still, when
Yeah,
we're-
rather than shoot way over.
No, because it's all in a shot, a leg. Because you're not going
It's kind of repetitive.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we should
No.
Yeah, I get my shield down on the sword.
We separate this basin into like a long ways and this way, to make it a little easier to get everybody in this
Yeah,
clear.
that column.
Drew, I think if you take these two crash cans away,
Yeah, that would work.
we can just fit two lanes. This will be a shorter lane. But- But hey, that's good. It'll teach you to be a musketeer in a tower. You know, you got room to, no room to fight. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
See I think I'm getting a little mixed up.
Oh.
You're cutting in a circle right now.
Okay. Well, you need to also try to get the shield down.
Yeah, I feel like if you're cutting around like this, it's just not as effective.
Let's see.
Because you see how he's cutting down and around? So like as soon as I try to come here, he's just going low.
So that's actually me.
Yeah.
I accidentally did
So
that.
if you do that, I mean, I could do the full disengage and back in, but
That's
that's
my
my
idea. Yeah, yeah. That's what
I-
I would do. I would take a seat.
I think I'd rather do this than come down. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, that's what we were doing, that's what I was doing earlier.
Because the first thing I notice when he does that is this. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, chop me. No, if it was like this, that would be in down. You know, something.
Well, so, let's try that. I think the bind.
Yeah, try to get into something normal, like practice. If he keeps the shield in front of If Joe keeps the shield in front of his hand, it's not as easy for you to counter.
You kind of back at the head instead of the hand. But at that point, if I'm in the bind, I'd rather do this. If he's coming around low, if he's not chopping straight.
If he's coming around low, yeah, you do that.
'Cause that's what I would do, and that's not what we were practicing.
If somebody comes low, what I like to do is, if I'm kind of low here, I'm gonna shield like the Vegeta side of you, like this. Boom, you just take your leg and then retreat. That's all.
Let me try, being in position actually. Maybe this is- You know what? I think that's probably.
That works out.
I'm not getting,
Yeah, because you're a lot lower now, so it seems to feel a little bit.
yeah, I'm not getting around.
Yeah,
That was.
you want the escape to be one move,
Uh-huh.
and the attack to be another move. If you try to put them together, they don't work. So you want to fully escape his blade and his manipulate. So make your escape, however you're gonna do it. If you feel like you can't, well then don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like there I've been caught on his cross guard, I think I'm gonna get the escape. I'm missing something.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you attack me,
Hold on, swap hands again?
oh, swap hands, be right. Yeah, sorry.
Makes life a little bit easier.
It's slower, it's clumsier, because I'm not right-handed, but try again.
But don't stop your strike.
Yeah.
You see,
He does.
double.
I do
It is a double. Let's try it again.
I do tend to do this switch around trying to catch him.
Yeah, I guess what you have to do, let's just try it one time.
That
I mean-
buffer's gotta come all the way around and kick down.
Yeah, I don't think, like, if you wanted to finish your attack here, Joe, I think you'd be hard pressed.
Oh, yeah. I do back out.
But you're also out of range there too.
Here?
Almost. Like, it's a very fine game of range, right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you walk back in.
You're right there. But my buckler's here, so if Joe continues on his trajectory with his weapon,
Yeah.
he's sort of out of it.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
nothing.
But I got some.
He's got something. I gotta back out.
Yeah, he has to back out. And one thing, I do like that move, because like, if I go this way, if you make, like an attack, or like a low attack, or it ends up low, I like catching it right here, and then press.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that. And I look for those. So like if you attack like on one side or another, I'll look to catch it here and just run in. And then I love it. It works really well low. So if he makes an attack for my leg, right? I like to come here, and I didn't even need to catch it here because now it's just boom.
Oh, yeah, he's right up.
So I like to look for those riders,
Oh, yeah.
or even high. So if he attacks again, if I can make this block here, I'm looking for that riding.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so quick. If you attack top high, it actually looks like a lot. Just boom right there.
Well, you're supposed to.
Oh yeah, I'm still lucky.
You're still a lefty, the only lefty in the group.
Okay, let's see if I can do it here.
Yeah, it still works pretty well.
Well, it's very pronounced inside, but it's something like the actual thing. Because if it's a verse, then it's a verse.
Yeah, I know that general idea of.
All you have to do is just
Yeah.
that.
You might
You know, there's nobody cognizant of your head.
It's true. I've had to learn. The way I learned all these moves is initially I learned them right-handed to get the theory, like what was going on theoretically. Then I had to make that work left-handed, and now I've forgotten again how to do it right-handed.
Alright.
All right.
Here, let me practice. I'll give the retort.
I need a minute.
Wait, my turn, or you do it?
You taught me. Alright.
Or it's true, practicing wears you out, and then you don't have juice to spar.
If I jump in,
It's true. Choose how to spend your energy.
Yeah.
dang.
I have to disengage.
Alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. You would've got me in the moment, for sure. It's like, I mean, that's what I like to do. I mean, it seems like just basically avoid at that point.
Yeah, that's just avoid. The move that we're practicing is to come around the other side.
Yeah, because it's like just you
Because you're getting out of it, but then you're coming in on the same side.
helps if I actually fly. Alright. Like, it's essentially, if I remember correctly, I'm letting you go under or.
See, but the trick is when we're same hand,
Yeah.
if I'm going straight and you get
So
left.
you guys aren't attacking from opposition is the issue.
Yeah, so when we're attacking from opposition, if I come
Yeah,
in.
he's coming
if
from
I
the
come
right
in
side,
here-
if you're coming from the other side, it changes the whole play.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
so come from this side, I'm already like this. You attack.
No, it has to be from opposition like this. Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because if I'm on this side, it's a
Yeah.
completely different game.
Right, yeah,
But
if you're coming in from that side, done.
So if it's from opposition,
Then that works.
Yeah, ideally, I actually want.
But if you're just making this basic cut,
Yeah.
basic right-handed.
Block it with your fist.
and
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
because if I was coming in from this side, then to be in opposition, you would have to switch that way, right?
Yeah, you come in. But I actually, remember to get my thing over here, action block. Yeah.
And I think
It's just
what
really
it's
awkward when
not
it's not in
it's
opposition.
best.
Yeah, because if it's the same way, it's like, I don't even know.
And now I'm on the other side of your sword.
Yeah, because if you're here, I mean, the only thing I'd have to do, I would have to push that way or something, or.
I don't know, would you know? Let's try it.
Alright.
So how are you attacking? Just attack me the way you're attacking Sylvia. So that's it, right? So
Yeah.
here, I mean, why couldn't you just do?
Yeah. So that's what we were doing earlier, do a
Yeah.
quick retreat on that.
Yeah, so if you attack me from here, right, on this side. Yeah, I'm going under.
Going
Yeah,
up, and I have
yeah.
to go under.
Yeah, so if you attack me from this side, block it, and then escape. Or, if I saw that you were retreating, I wouldn't take the back step. So if you're gonna attack me, I'm going around, and if I don't see you retreating, I'm not gonna make it back step. But if I see you retreating, I'm gonna actually come forward instead. If I see you come forward, I'm gonna make the back step. So it depends. So if you attack me, you block here, and then I'm gonna analyze, is he coming forward or is he retreating? If he's doing none, I'm just gonna go, I wouldn't even go around, I just go for the thrust. But if he does raise his shield here, and he tries to push me, because I'm waiting for the push. Right now, I'm not gonna do it even now, probably, because I don't feel the push. He's pushing forward, but he's not pushing off to the side. If he tries to push me down, now I come around. With a disengage, you're always waiting for the push, and a push forward isn't the same as a push off to the side. I'm waiting for the push off to the side. So I'm gonna stay here. If you just come at me straight, with a straight attack, and I don't feel any pressure going this way, when I do, then whoop, bam. And what it does is I'm actually using you. When you get it, now you're pushing me into this attack. If I don't feel it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do something else. So if you just attack me just straight, I'm just gonna come in for one of these again. I'm not gonna go under it. I want that push. When I feel the push, then whoosh. It's hard, like even with my right hand, since I'm not used to using it, it feels like it takes me forever to get around.
Yeah.
But it just takes practice, right? Because with this hand, it's like bam. With my right hand, it feels like forever. And one thing that can help you is if you're doing it this way, if you attack on this side, the normal side, if you go here slow, what they told me how to do it in Germany is you let your hand go like this, and you're gonna have a chicken wing just for a second. So you intentionally chicken wing for a minute, keep it chicken wing, and then come out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you push me down, here, I'm gonna do this basically. I'm gonna turn my sword upside down with my chicken wing up, and then that helps me come around. So let's do it again. So if
You
you,
chop in, sorry, I don't.
yeah, so if I chop in, you're gonna turn your hand upside down,
That's the wrong way.
And you go underneath though.
under.
You're pushing up high with your hand, you go under.
Yeah. So, boom. Yeah, you're gonna let your hand, turn your hand upside down, stay low. That's the idea basically. You're gonna squirt up the other side, and your shield is no longer in the way because it's flipped over. Yeah, so I guess, watch me do it one more time. So if you push here, I'm going to turn my hand upside down here. Actually, it's going to be more like this. Like this, if I'm in proper stance. Here. And then here. So I start off here, you push me down, I just let it come down to here. And then,
Yeah. In that.
yeah, so
Yeah, I did this.
I come here.
The motion of letting it go like that.
Yeah, that's a little better.
But, yeah.
Upside down. Yeah, like that. Yeah, good. So it's
You
going
gotta
to,
turn it in.
yeah, you got to turn it in. So it's in here, so your elbow comes out. So yeah, you're not doing this.
Yeah.
You're doing this. You're turning it in. So you turn it in, and then you're set.
Sometimes it helps just to isolate the second half of that, start from like kind of where you got it. And just work on top of just that.
Oh yeah, that's true, because this is a talent that you can develop, right? It's to get force.
Now, that doesn't feel super stiff to me, that from the bottom.
Yeah, from here, and boom.
But going from here into this.
That is tricky, so,
It's hard on my
yeah.
wrist, like maybe I need to do my elbow more.
Do your elbow quickly. Yeah, so look at mine. When you push it down, my elbow instantly comes up here. It's counterintuitive, right? You want everything to come down, but then you come down. And the way the Germans taught me to do it to get more juice out of that, when you have your hand down here, what you want to do is you want to plunge this hand even lower and then have it come up. Yeah, and so the force is applied by coming down here, and then it's this where you get all your force, and you can actually, it's
Yeah.
it's
Because if at that
pretty
point,
fun.
if
It's this.
Because you're getting not just your wrist into it.
Yeah, it's elbow, shoulder.
into it.
Yeah, and actually even your hips if you do it. So you have a, you know, it's a super boom. If you notice, I mean, I don't like threaten to take your arm off, but like when I hit people that way sometimes, it's pretty good. One that would definitely hurt a hand. Wouldn't do previous damage to an arm.
I'm not to change the course of the fight.
It could.
That's why you're looking at here is fighting that much easier.
Yeah, so it's here. And
One
people
of the
get,
things that really helps with Tom is look how you see Butler points forward, and that gives you more room to work.
it does. And it can actually, if you practice moving your buckler with your sword, it helps too, because if I leave my shield here, it's all getting gummed up here, right? So if I leave my shield out where it was, I can't do it. But if you come here, it helps keep everything out of the way. Because this is a big problem.
Yeah, I need to practice the elbow drop, or the elbow raise.
Yeah, the drop and elbow raise, and then.
So a thumbs down. Thumbs up.
And this is the kind of stuff that I had to practice at home a lot before I actually got good enough for it to work. And that's the thing with Olympic sport fencing too. For a beginner, lunges don't work in sport fencing. You'll do a million lunges, and the person that you're lunging will be like, every single time. You're like, why am I doing this? They're really hard, physically, they wear you out, and I never landed them. Until you do, and then you'll land them all the time. But at home, it takes a lot of this. With yourself in the dark, you know, with a spoon and a pot holder, I mean, a pot lamp, before it goes.
As it's doing this, you just slide.
All right, here, you want to drill, or I don't know. He's standing there.
Yeah, so if I sun chop you, right-handed,
You're coming in.
there you go.
Inside.
Yeah, see, that was the right motion here. So if I chop you, you look at, there you go.
That's a really awkward movement.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, because then this.
So elbow up, yep.
See, I'm already going out.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's just a,
Because it's a reverse. It's not forward, but it's actually
yeah.
reverse. Your hand bends up like this.
But
So
also
if
help
you're
you
doing-
you got your sword up to this.
Start the word,
Point more.
Yeah, it's
and
weird
that's
because
the
you
easier
want-
way to
you
drop.
want with this-
If you're having to come from
Yeah,
up here,
yeah.
and drop that, if you're more pointing forward.
It's more of a threat to me pointing forward.
Yes.
If you do this, you're giving me room to get in. If you do this, that lets you. Yeah. So yeah.
It's like a niche, because usually this is better. You would just let it go like this and.
Okay, so it's,
Yeah, I'll do for you. So if I go here.
that's
And
down.
like I say, if you're at a yeah.
Okay. That
Good.
feels-
And you're
that
doing it
feels a
really
lot
well
better.
if I'm rushing in, or if we're really close.
Like it's doing a weird
So
look.
what you're doing right now is perfect for that.
Like you're trying to spaghetti arm that.
I come in.
Forward cut. You can't forward cut. You have to.
Yeah.
Elbow up. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the rotation.
Yeah,
It's
my
like
movement
really
is
just
off.
rotating this.
And so elbow.
But
It has to
I'm
go.
defaulting to that.
Yeah, it goes here, and the chicken wing comes up. Actually, maybe just think about that. Just think about doing this. Just think about chicken wing. Just think about this. Don't even think about the sword. Just think about
Well,
doing
the problem
it.
is that's a reflex for me right now.
Yeah, because that's what you're
I have
trained.
to fight the reflex.
Down and this one.
Yeah, so just chicken wing.
Sure.
Yep, and then flip.
It's so good. That's why I feel like
Chicken wing.
doing the improv.
It also helps if your arms are out. If you're like this whole thing is really hard to pull off. If you have your arms all the way out,
To see a
then the chicken
beautiful,
wing. See, that was much better. Yeah, so if your arms are all the way out.
Where
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, chicken
Bill
wing.
Sabers, guys go.
Yep.
That does a go and then put on the way back and catch them right in the back of the hand. It's like,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, that is hilariously awesome.
I mean, that's like why I feel like.
I didn't bring my saber.
Oh, yeah, were you not there when you did?
Last week probably.
Still,
A couple weeks back.
But I mean, but the move was, yeah, it still would have, it would have worked.
Before we had the heat wave.
Yeah,
We
Gordon
were on
awesome
park.
saber again. Demolished my finger with it, because we were trying to.
There's still something off, yeah, but I can't quite get
I
what it
can
is.
tell there's
Well, you
something.
did
Chicken
win the one
wings,
where you
chicken
literally
wing, shielded
took
from,
my fingers and the grip.
and now,
That was
yeah,
just-
there you go. Maybe it's,
There's
I
that
think it's the
forward
finish.
grip there, the-
You're not,
That's easily just shot right between
so when you
them.
come here,
What
it's
do I
this
do here?
part.
Yeah.
It looks like you get gummed up somewhere in here. And I can't figure out why. 'Cause you-
I can slow again.
Okay.
Get a couple in, maybe do a spar. I gotta run to D&D and Miles.
So you're still like moving the tip forward, punch your tip the other way for just a second.
Oh, yeah, because like,
I know.
this actually, like when you do this, it's actually, this is a good move for a lot of reasons.
Practice.
If you do this, you seed, right? You can let this come down here. This is actually a really great defensive position if he tries to go low. If he tries to get your guts, which he might, because his sword's low now, right? Because he pushed your sword out of the way. Now his sword's low, and if he changes tack and tries to go for your guts, this is a pretty good defensive position to be in. So if you have to change your mind, you can. But then it's the switch. So my sword is doing this. I think the chicken wing, or actually this. So when you do the chicken wing, your sword's gonna be basically like this.
Yeah, I just like. Where they go up, which is like $30 a month, you can get any of the live fitnesses.
Except on the other side. Yeah, so
I know,
here.
but you go twice a week,
Down.
every week. it's
There you
down.
go. That looks better, actually.
Yeah, I know, but I do that.
So
for my
chicken
anxiety.
wing, sword pointed straight down,
Would you attack her?
and now just flip everything around this. There you go. And it may be, I think I know what it is. It's your shoulders too. When you do the flip, so when you do this right in the flip, your shoulders are still pointed this way. And you have to push your shoulders, you have to square your shoulders up to your target. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So let's try this one. Chicken wing straight down, and now when you attack, when you pull anything around, there, bring your shoulders. Yeah, that's good.
You slice yourself in
Here,
here.
there you go. Does that feel better?
Let me wait for some pressure on the sword.
Okay.
Good.
It's getting closer. Not, that was the wrong way.
I gotta make sure I come full also sometimes.
See, you're chicken wing. Yep, and now everything switches over to this, to your shield side, as you do the flip, and even your shoulders. Yep.
Right now, I'm not attacking anything.
That just seems really awkward for me to.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
have guard more.
And another thing is, I know my arms are being tired now too, actually.
So if I'm coming in,
But the execution, like when you do here, your arms have to be extended for this to work.
Yeah, you're still at about 70%, I would say. You got your
I'm very used to playing on the interior until I'm out of strike.
Oh,
I'm not
my-
used to playing defense out.
Yeah. My shoulders are burning right now too, so I get it. But yeah, so it's like here, and then your arms have to be out for this to.
You're just doing this. Alright. You gotta.
So this one, like, your 6 foot, one, two guys, like this to get low, and
Yep. There. Oh, I like
Hit
that.
my shin then.
No, that's good.
No, the difference is having the arms out.
Yeah, that was really good. That felt really nice. You're like, you could have gotten it. Yeah, so I come in here. There, that's good. Yeah, yeah.
We're doing
Yeah, it's just keeping those arms.
scenario.
Yeah, good. The thrust, that would be perfect. Anything you want to do once you get to the other side.
Just
Yep.
do that and then
Try not to get.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
your
I
chicken wing
I
is.
see the difference because I was feeling really vulnerable here, letting it go like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the point of this
Not,
stance.
not only just the difference in leverage, but the
Yeah, yeah.
difference in distance.
when your elbows are tucked in like this in the chicken wing, it's gonna go a lot higher than when you have it out here.
Yeah.
Right, right.
That's good.
What's the difference with this? versus-
Yeah.
And it feels vulnerable, like the guy can switch back and hit your elbow. But if you do it fast enough and you're
And the shield is there.
exactly, actually you don't even need it, because remember, his blow, you waited for the push. So he's actually putting force here that he can't recover in time if you do it right.
Yeah, you can sword fight, so. you never
It's a
know.
sword fight. He could recover in time. In fact, the counter to that is usually just.
Well, I had this in my solo drilling.
I have to meet with my shield.
I definitely need to practice more drilling out in the out position.
Yes.
Yeah,
As
that's
opposed to the in position.
that's it. So like this position won't do you any good in a sort of buckler fight.
Yeah.
This is not. So now you've got it all. It's just really hard to maintain.
Yeah.
A lot of energy.
Yeah.
Like, you burn it real quick after a little bit of that.
And the problem is down here, it's really hard to do those quick footsteps. It makes it a lot harder. It can be done. But it's,
I have a problem with that. I like to see hips a little bit. And then I can't move quickly, it's back and forth, so having to get upright, you gotta learn to be dynamic about it, you know, with the young balls.
yeah, yeah, when the, yeah.
Yep. get in close, I'm gonna sink a little bit, because I'm preparing for potential grapple, you don't wanna be up on your toes, basically.
Yeah, that's a
So once
real
you
way
get
to happen.
grapple, yeah, you don't wanna get low, but when you're back your leg, you wanna get back up on, you know.
I need to practice standing low so on my waist is
Because in grappling, yeah, you get low here, and you're just waiting to like have the guy cut you and throw your weight out. You can't do that if you're.
Well, I'm trying to, it might be I'm trying to make sure out of the way.
Yeah.
And I can do it.
Which I think is the.
All right, yeah, so practice that at home. You're there. You just get it faster.
There's a few steps to get there. There's the out, that allows the shoulder movement, and then there's this drop as opposed to turning.
Yeah, this drop.
Don't turn into the body when I want to.
Yeah, see, there's one crazy thing. I already remember in Germans. Like, if you come at me with a thrust,
So you're already down.
and this would happen in sport fencing too. So you come at me with a thrust. If I catch it here, sometimes it's weird to do. It makes sense for me to do this. To basically take your blade and make it go low, off to the side, for me to thrust in,
Yeah.
and for
That's the whole distance game with how close.
yeah. And so the big mistake is like in sport fencing. If I do this in sport fencing all the time, if I would come out with a thrust like this, I'll take it like this and just be bam. That's the sport fencing move. So if you do it again,
Ooh, beautiful.
the trick is that when you grab it like this, if you immediately start running, you're gonna get yourself.
That's a very timing distance dependent control.
It is. Well, it's first things first. It's the same with this thing. You have to wait for the pressure. Getting around is a separate step, and then the attack is another step. That's the same way with here. If you thrust at me, if I'm doing this move, my first move is to get here safely, get all the way here, and now I can go in feet. But it happens quick. So if you stab me, right? Boom, it's that fast. In my mind, it's nice save, now go. It happens fast, but it has to. You can't move your feet until your blade has you safe. Yeah, so it's the same with this.
Yeah, I need to speed up 4 steps of that process before I can make an apply. That's fine.
Correct.
Now I know the steps to practice.
And they always need to be steps in your mind, no matter how fast you get. They always have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And never just boom all in one. Because that makes your tempo too long. And then once you've started your little plan, you're locked. If the guy changes things,
Especially that very first step where you start to feel if there's any pressure
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
on, makes a big difference. Because the second that happens, you start doing that, they might just.
yep. And then you have to be able to like at least retreat. Have your mind ready to get the
Sparring.
Yes.
I don't think I'm gonna practice that. If I feel it, I'll practice it in sparring. I'll try a couple times to take it.
Feel it.
I'm gonna have to go real slow to do that right. I don't want to start losing that. On that.
What I always do is like, I always like practice seating parries a lot. Because if they push my weapon down here, I'm going for a shield strike and then here. If they push my weapon and it's going this way, then I'm going to take the full all the way around. It's so, no matter which way they push my weapon, you know, I've got something of a plan. No matter which way they do it. So sometimes my mind says, I just come in like this and push it. It doesn't matter which way. You go this way, cool. You go this way, you know, fine. Whichever way.
Oh, yeah, technically, and then
You got my back, Tom. I mean,
We should spar.
There's a lot. Too much to the
Yeah, I know you guys have places to be, but I'm willing to stay a little bit later since I caused the kerfuffle in the beginning.
This is where most of the food is busy.
You guys got those.
Or, no, it's still exciting, but it's
It's different, you're right.
you got arm. Thank you.
I think you got my number roll.
You got my guts.
I ended up watching a bunch of longsword tournament sparring.
Couple more.
And this is helping me understand one thing from that I noticed, but I couldn't really process, is that a lot of them, their default stance is all the way out.
Yeah.
Already at long
You
point.
got my face too.
I understand long point as an intermediate step, but I didn't understand long point as an engaging step.
Yeah, they kind of, you play around from plow a lot of the times, and, you know, long point and plow is really just a small difference here.
Well,
So,
and they were going back and forth with that long point and plow.
Yep.
Then long point and lunge was like 90% of the thing.
That's a very,
What
I
were you-
think,
what were you doing against steel?
sport fencing being modified into HEMA. It's historical, plow and like long point is historical, but man, is that,
Well-
like, looks really sport fencing to me. Just the way they end up moving when they're
But,
fighting.
but that was just the engage, because they do the lunge to get in, but it's very much quickly lunge up.
Yeah.
And then they do like
Then it looks
3 or 4
medieval.
things up high that I have to play it on, you know, quarter speed to follow.
Yeah.
And usually end up hitting each other 2 or 3 times by the time the judges call halt.
And also get a drink of water.
Anybody want to go? Oh, you're on it.
I was born ready.
I know all the practices we're wearing on the arms.
Yeah.
All right.
I felt, I don't know if you did that. Nice. Get it done.
Yes, I-
Ooh, nice.
available whenever either of you like the, energy.
Twice there.
I like watching, but I'd rather play. We're taking up the whole field over there.
You got room.
I don't want to join them, man.
Come on, they could like 15 forward. So high school get that.
Oh,
I don't think this way.
Two or three of us?
Yeah.
Pretty fair.
Yeah.
Oh,
R. Right. Isabel.
Slow. Why did I choose legs? That's what it's
I was slow in the come around.
Freeze.
Yeah, yellow though.
side on the entry. Oh. Woo, we're good. Very nice.
This is really nice thrust.
Double.
Yeah, that's a big difference playing lower. It helps.
Yeah. Your thrusts were a lot more effective. That's some points. You just beat me on speed. I love it.
That little delay before hitting my chest. Oh, so good.
Nice. Sort of
Wow.
tiny.
Did I get you better?
Yeah.
Oh, you got me fine.
Okay. Oh, it's
Yeah.
great.
Just walk the right way. It's great.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, I did the thrust as a second, not a first.
The high poke guard, like this one, is the one that's always got me. I have a hard time mentally dealing with. I don't know, it freaks me out. It's like, oh.
Yeah, because the ideas that I'm thinking, don't know if they're right. But high poker bar, especially with thunder,
Yeah.
this is always,
Well, that's the first thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's the first thing.
All right.
But this movement, or this into the chop over,
Yeah.
can get around your comment, just push with the tip.
Well, that's it. So when you're in there and you're high with the pokey guard, I'm like, if I do this, if I just count on doing this, well, then of course he's already thought of that. So he's going to come around.
Yes.
But then, what do you do? Just wait for it. Yeah,
The
yeah.
thing is, if I do this, there's a moment.
You got me, but it was kind of
So,
flat.
I can do this as well, but then there's a moment on my side.
True.
So I'm
true.
either opening or dealing this side.
Yeah, so like one of my thoughts was I could go here, you poke high. If I block here and then come here,
Yeah.
but then it's over.
Well, unless I separate the shield.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is a good habit. It's not a habit. Is that how often end up doing this? But then if you come to get my divine a little bit,
Yeah.
then I can withdraw.
It's almost like cross guard.
Hanging guard.
Okay, the only thing for me to do is to here, you separate the shield to come here. There, yeah, it's like,
Exactly. But
and then that keeps you off.
I pre-planned every time I swing with this, I pre-planned the retreat.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, yeah.
And it often ended like this instead of the full hanging guard.
Double.
So I need to work on. That's again this elbow movement.
Yeah.
And just dropping the tip of the sword that I am not comfortable with.
Especially if you have a person that's as tall as you are and like kind of stood up a little bit to get that bit over there. No, it should be maybe.
And from here,
Yeah.
that's just coming up and that's a few inches too. If you're just pushing with your hand, you're just
Good job.
Of course, that also opens me more.
It does to the bottom. Yeah.
So I find this to be a really aggressive.
It is. It's hard to get. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You could double if you jump like chopping your guts out. But what do I care? I don't have a head anymore. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like that's not a winning solution. It's
No, natural.
yeah. So I guess I have a feeling.
Hold on, I'm curious about something. I can't practice. Can you assume the PT?
What's
Oh,
Is that?
Right?
Yeah, it's close to it.
A fancy scar.
Close. Yeah. Oh,
So, I always wonder if
Double.
this going through that body is.
Yeah, you okay? I thought you hit the cross guard.
Yeah, yeah, I caught me right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
here.
And then that's the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, or even your hands, just like I just did. So if I'm here and you try to do that, I'm gonna come in here.
Do the.
Unintentional use of the cross guard.
Don't set a shield.
Yeah, waist and knees and free blocks. If you can get around the shield, you're really exposed trying to get around the shield.
That's different underneath. But then it needs to double. So if you're on top of it, you don't mind.
Honestly, my counter aggression, if you're in ox, I'd probably just try covered thrust.
Lower.
Right.
And you can put your shield there, but if you're not getting through, right?
Well, maybe. If I come.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, and this is one thing I noticed in the longsword, when they do their thrust, it's like this. They
It's like a
throw it
drum.
up, and then they immediately
Come on.
in for the
That's interesting, 'cause it's like, it's setting up an ox, right? But it's also covering a whole bunch of
And
lines.
with the shield, I feel like that's a lot more effective.
Yeah, yeah,
Once again, assuming that you're not gonna pull this on.
yeah, get the side.
But,
Yeah.
but if I'm already trusty, you can't do that. Because then I
You're gonna
have
do
to
something,
face.
I knew.
Oh, if I'm like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so
So the one exception being if you shield drop and then come around.
Yeah,
But that it's okay, that's probably professional.
yeah, yeah, so this thing that my solution so far is to just leave my punch me in my guard. I just
think
wait
you
across
cross
the
that
chest
out.
and wait
Yeah.
for it to do.
You don't need
And
to-
I can deal with that, it's still trying to come out. Which is kind of cheesy, so it's something.
Nice. Nice boy, that was
Well,
beautiful.
and I feel
Very
like the
nice.
person who moves first, as long as they know what they're doing, has a slight edge. Yeah, they're determining the start of the line, and if they're familiar with that and they started at the right one.
I would say
then
that's,
you can flip the scales.
I agree with you, but if you're,
Now that we had about
The
that.
error of margin is small. It's
you have to
definitely
go,
dependent on
I think you're right when it comes to somebody who really knows what they're doing.
No, only if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, because counterpunchers like McGregor, there's so many counterpunchers in the MMA world. And you're right, they do sometimes attack first, but those attacks were never intended to land.
Mhm.
They're just intended to get them into like a few scenarios instead of hitting.
Yeah.
They were never meant to land. So people who attack the counterpunchers a lot, when they see attacks on them,
Good?
Yeah.
But once again, it's of your infinite moves. Now we're.
It
Kind of like the Facebook groups, they started going on there and trying to make a big deal out of it and stuff like that.
man, avoid the trouble, people.
Yeah, I know, it's just like, come on, it's a combat sport.
No, yeah, bad.
I just.
Ryan, you wanna go?
Absolutely.
Okay. Calibrate, man. Real quick.
This isn't fun when you're just standing too far away the whole time.
It's not fun when you're flying far away.
Apologies.
All good. Thumb, a little clip. A little bit of a cut, might have been a thrust, but still kind of ran the stall a little bit.
That would have hurt for sure.
Both a little bit on the backside as well. Yeah, you got it, babe. Almost got your face, so close.
Arm.
Top, top. Beautiful. Textbook.
Right over my arm.
Oh, that's pretty light. I call it no quality. Come on, cross guard, where you at?
Ironically.
Oh, you got that thing on.
That's why that doesn't do anything.
And
That'd be nice.
Yeah, you probably scrape over here somewhere. Front step.
he's left. Put my arm on the
I mean, start here. I can get a lot closer.
Beautiful.
Got it. Ooh, nice. Well done. Something right.
And double, I mean, dip.
Okay.
Nice. Follow through.
And
Nick.
elbow.
Nice roll on top. Yeah, you kind of have to go around and Yeah,
Very
so,
good. Nice afterflow though. Solid.
Nine quads.
I feel like that was basic.
sure, James. Yeah, you got pretty good there.
Nice.
I don't really got through very well.
It did.
I feel like it might have flat on your chest.
Especially here and went up, yeah.
Okay. Not good ankle lock. You do about the same thing you make.
So now we piss each other off. That was no juice though.
Yeah, you got me, solid.
Yeah, good.
The headshot was empty. Yeah, the elbow was okay.
Nah, that was hard. There's no contact, that was all smooth.
Straight down the face. I heard something.
Not much.
Yeah, I would rather get punched, punched by the buckle than get my lat cut in half.
Arm?
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got me first. Double. Ooh, little touch.
Nice. You always hit me. Yeah, it's always the same thing.
Yeah, you're rusty, so I just kind of wait for it to kind of sneak over the top. I don't want buckles in line.
I didn't feel any pressure on you touched me.
Oh, okay. You got me.
You have to move it against Ward, didn't you?
Hey guys.
Sorry, sorry.
No, no, it's fine.
I feel like I didn't hit the mask either.
Oh, no, you got the chest right here.
Hey, sorry.
Are you good? All right. Arm.
Lower. The two one. Oh, you got me first.
Yeah, you stripped my mask a little bit.
I think it's perfect. All right. Lock up.
Yeah, double that shoulder.
Ooh, I see.
Little touch on shoulder.
You got
Call
me.
it for you.
Nice. Good ball.
Okay. One more.
All right.
I'm not used to using my quads. Solid.
Yeah, it was a double. Absolutely a double.
One more.
Lord, get on your thing.
What?
Lord, get on your thing.
You got me good. Oh, okay.
Hopefully you're fatigued. So you fight the top of the, man, he moved quick today. You gotta go stop. Well,
Sorry.
that'd be fine.
I thought you were coming up to this thing again.
Very good. I don't have my shield.
Yeah, you got me on the chest a little bit. Nice finish, but you got it out in time.
I did the little saw thing.
You got me too.
I think the thumb on the last one. A little bit low.
What are the other?
Just missed
You
it.
won't let me just out of the bind for free. What's up with that?
Got me too, though. For a second. That was sort of an insulting slap, dude.
tell me I was really hurting you up there. I thought you got it first time, and I was like, oh. My arm right off me.
I just my glasses too. No, it's well done. I don't know if there's one or two small ones. Well, it's just not one.
It does a little small.
That's
Anyway.
not hope against Taylor.
I'm not
Feels that
at
way.
all. Which is ideal for me to do it, but not very far. I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off Taylor. Let's do anything work.
Wiggle.
You're good.
Oh, I gotta relax. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like, so dirty.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but I read with it.
It worked. Every time I go against you, I'm like, all right, I gotta show that I actually want to do it a little bit.
Oh, I know you. I know it's really good. You just gotta look out and be serious. That's close.
Good, good.
Oh, that's good. Hit the cross run, okay?
That was my knuckles.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'll get it someday.
Good.
Oh, good ball.
That was it. That distance by me.
Ah.
Solid.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure?
Chest.
Okay. I hit my arm right now, so please don't got the slow-mo. I'm like, oh, God.
Solid.
No. Like, if you don't guard it, I'm just gonna keep on doing this.
I don't know if I got your arm up.
You got me a little underneath the armpit.
No?
I'm getting so gassed.
Yeah, you got me in the hand.
Nice glove shot.
I shouldn't have hit you, I just didn't slow down. No, it's fine.
Hold it.
Is that nice, Nick?
Take it, were you?
I said, way out of range. Try to pull more.
Are you good? Huh? Are you good? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take it. No, yeah. Yeah. I'll go straight across and you can do it, right? That's it.
Yeah.
No, that's not good. That's not good.
Heart rate racing.
Oh, that's right. Oh, jeez.
Which is no excuse for it. That's my rest of the which is good, my end of
Well, it's nice to, what I feel like this headband, I can just keep doing it. Doesn't help everyone because this is much too big. Sucks when it's back around.
You did skip my cheek.
You got it.
Nice.
I think it was flat, but.
I think it counts. You're going through the same idea, you just go a little faster. Nice.
Oh.
Glad you don't have the jacket on, because
What's that?
I'm glad I don't have the jacket on.
I'll get you one here.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant.
Yep, me too.
One reason I like doing this so much is I have more jacket. Although, I take a fair amount of bruises from it. I probably don't want
Seriously, I got it. That was good.
A bruise at the end of the day is bad for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably have one on my knuckle guard.
Also, you got to deal that earlier. If you're not catching it, it's
Your usual.
pointy.
But it's flipper out.
This is probably the only way we ever go slow.
Yeah.
Just get nice and exhausted first.
You need to do anything else.
Yeah, I felt like Pablo.
It was mostly following, you did get touched a little bit.
You got a can coming in.
You got me now.
Yeah,
know if I would be holding the sword though when that came through.
Nice hit.
A little bit on the arm.
That was close.
So yeah, tense up there. Yep. Damn, I was pretty late. Hip was way earlier.
Alright, come down.
Did get me coming in on the elbow.
Nice hand shot. Nice leg shot.
Well, yeah, but it's just my head. That's problematical. Caught it flat. Double. Base finger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you got my bicep.
Bicep.
Hit me a little on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Good shot.
Whew. Close.
Still got me. Might be flat.
Yeah, it was fine. I would say 0 power. Nice. Uh, nice.
Barely. Barely
That
still.
was a good shot. We had the same idea, you were faster.
Rare exchange.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking a little on forearm.
You're gonna be pretty good on the way out. Double.
Double indeed.
Not much power.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
You clipped me too, though.
Yeah, double to the head. I don't even know double. I might have been out of time though.
Maybe.
It was in time, I think.
Think
I
so?
don't think it's a real fight, but who would take it?
We would both be very unhappy.
Yes.
Alright.
You got me on my hand
Oh, okay.
a while ago.
Alright.
I just couldn't stop.
Think that was guard.
Yeah, I think so too. You touched my head.
Yeah. Both ways, it was double.
The Tom! You pulled the Tom, man. That was a good one.
Shot the face. Ah! This is your arm. That's it.
Good one.
Sure.
Shoulder barely.
A little bit.
Yep.
Little thing to the shin. I don't think that would stop.
Oh, you got me. Yep.
Yeah. You got my arm pretty good.
Nice. One more.
Yeah, one more. Ah, good. Oh, good.
Barely. Nice. Hold
Got
on.
my face open.
That shot you got to my face earlier was